And what's going on, everybody out there? This is your boy, Mr. Soul of a Man 504, aka the Man of Rush. Y'all know who I am, y'all know what it is, and welcome to another edition of the Soulful. So just welcome to another edition to just me giving y'all the information that you really want to hear. So today we're going to be talking about, does size matter? Yes, today we're talking about, does size matter? So what's going on out there, everybody? And Instagram, what's going on out there, everybody? Facebook and YouTube. But before we go along, don't forget to like, leave me a comment, and share this video out. Okay, so now when I talk about does size matter, I know the first thing your mind goes to is something sexual. But I'm gonna flip the script a little bit. When I say does size matter, we're talking about your faith. We're talking about your faith, your destiny. We're talking about your fortitude. Um, do you have the fire that is within your soul to go out and to make things happen in your life? When I say, does size matter, do you have enough love in your heart to bring that person in? Do you have, as you said, yes, it matters. Yeah, so do you have the love that is within your heart to bring that person in? As far as having them, within your space, and and all of that good stuff. Because does size matter? Yes, but I will say that we're all unique creatures in the sense that everybody's skin tone isn't going to be the same. Everybody's not going to have the same look. Everybody's not going to have wavy flowing hair. Everybody's not going to be 6 feet tall, or whatever. So it is, like they said, it's not the it's what did they say about it? It's not the size of the fighting dog. It's the size of the something like that. The size of the dog that's in the fight. So it is intuitively what is inside your heart. What do you want? Right now. How big are you dreaming? How big are you desiring to call certain things in? Within your life. You have to know that right about now. Yeah, there you go. The fight and the dog. Thank you. So you have to know. You really have to realize that you have the freedom. Now is that time, man. To just put it out there, be bold. Now is the time to be bold, and just to put out there what you want, and honestly, just to go forward. So, um, and when you see the manifestations of the overflow that are coming into your life, when you see, like, when they talk about faith, they always talk about the size of the mustard seed, so to speak. So, does the size of your faith matter? Within a certain perspective, it does, but it just says that if you have just this little faith that you can move mountains, that you can go back to school, you can fix your credit, you can do so many different things, and a good thing about now is that we have the time to do those things, so I'm good, ma'am, how are you doing? So yeah, so we have the time to do those things, and a lot of it is just, I think most of the time, a lot of it is just really within us to just get up and move on what we really want. It is, when I say size matters, it is within your territory to get up and to make these things happen. We feel like, well, hey, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. So if you had that Mercedes, that Bentley, I don't know, if you had that private jet, would you be able to afford the gas right now? If you had a Bentley, would you be able to afford the insurance or the car note? Would you be, would you be able to afford these things? If you had so much money, do you have all of the people around you? Do you have the financial oversight to handle uh, so many millions of dollars, within your bank account? And we know you may be at the point where you might have had, I don't know, let's say a few 100,000 in there, but when you go and become a millionaire, you're on a whole different level. You're dealing with different sorts of people, and just know that you don't have to bring yourself down to you don't have to you don't have to bring yourself down to you don't have to diminish your light for other people. I mean, it's always said that if you look at people, people that surround you, you can tell exactly who a person is, and that's true to a certain respect. But even those people around you, you don't have to diminish your light. You don't. You know that you're clawing and you're going to where they are and higher. So respect, yes, but you don't have to hold your head down and hold your tongue and this and that. How are you going to ask questions? How are you going to learn? How are you going to how are you going to, and I'm glad you're doing good. How are you going to get their insight? That's the important thing. So a lot of people just have a lot of people just have that one track mind. When it comes to a lot of different things. But you know I I challenge you to now to have a more global perspective. Yeah, we have to start from somewhere, but that somewhere is going to take you everywhere. So let me say it again. We all have to start somewhere, but that somewhere is going to take you everywhere. So it is the important thing. If you haven't started yet, the year's not over. You know, uh, get up and get moving. That's the thing. So and don't hold yourself back. I mean, like, really go for it. That's the thing. You just really, 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 just really go for it. Um, we have social media now, so think of yourself as a global entity. Look at your platform as a global platform, because you're not just reaching out to people in your neighborhood or within your city or your state. You're or even around the country. You're talking about a global empire. So that's the way right now, that you have to look at it. So you're going from intercontinental to global within certain steps and within a certain time frame. So now it's not the time to say, well, little old me. So again, it's the, like somebody said, it's the fight within the dog. So how many of you still have that fight left in you? How many of you haven't thrown in the towel and haven't just given up on the year, and I'm gonna just wait it out and go back to the way it was. There's no more going back to the way it was, because that stuff is over. Like Terry Crews said in that movie. I'm from. What he said, I'm from the. I wish the N word was. But anyway, but yeah. So, and look at the global perspective. And look at the money, in a sense, that's going to come from that, and know that your territory is being expanded right now, as we speak, as we talk. So just the global perspective, the for the money, and knowing that God, your ancestors, your angel guides, everybody, people, or the, I guess, the fancy, or the new age term is your spiritual team. But that team is, that team is so big and so great that you can't even put a, I don't believe that you can put a number on it. Yeah, I don't necessarily think that you can put a number on it. So let me see if I can, I don't know if I can look at the comments. Yeah, so it is the dream that is inside of you. So that dream is big. That dream is about to explode to something that you possibly couldn't even imagine, or I couldn't even, imagine. It's like that seeded energy, man. It's like um, that ancestral, ancient channel energy is within you, and it is coming out. It's coming out and it's pulling things towards you. So, when you're wondering, why am I losing sleep? Why is my ears ringing? Why is my head hurting? That's why, because you're going through a change, and with every change, there's going to be like let's say, a metamorphosis, so to speak, so, it's not going to be where, you just wake up one day, the next day you wake, you go to sleep one day, you wake up the next day, it's like, oh, well, everything's changed, so, cool, yeah, I'm ready for it. No, it doesn't work like that. It takes time. It takes new people, it takes old people to leave and new energy to come in, so that's just naturally how these things work. And, that's just naturally how these things, play themselves out. So, like how big is your patience, how, like I said, how big is your faith, how big do you want these things to be. Today is it's always a great day to speak these things out. you know and thank you everybody that's joining me on through Facebook and all these other social media platforms. So yeah, so does size matter? Yes, it does. With your faith, with your goals, with the just all of the things that you want, how you're growing, within yourself. Your territory again is expanding. So how are you how are you going to handle it if you're not ready, and all these orders start coming in, which they will. You're gonna have, all of these orders coming in, all of these new people, the new energy. They're gonna ask, well, who are you? What have you been doing? What do you have going on? And if you're like, they were like, okay, well, get back to me, when you can, when you have something out there that's tangible, like you don't. So it's like, well, what is your vested interest in yourself? You have to, you are your biggest creator, you are your biggest fan right now. Like as they always say, it's family and friends are only going to help so much. It's just they're going to get to a certain point, and then you're going to go beyond that, and them. It's just how it is. And strangers are always going to be your biggest cheerleaders, and they're going to be your biggest supporters. And again, these people are around the world. Since now we have social media and just like pretty much instantaneous access to these people. So, and just believe me, word will get out. It will. Just continue to do what you're doing, and just continue to be who you are. I'm telling you, that word will get out. So, just looking in the mirror and just being happy with who you are, you can always change that. You can always change, a look or a perception. You can always change that by just naturally putting in the work and just having things become balanced, and just loving loving what you have been through, and knowing that it was needed for the time that it was needed, and knowing that where you're going is going to be somewhere that where you're going is going to be somewhere that was already predestined in a sense. So it's just it's just new energy that is calling out to you. And with that new with that new energy, with that new emphasis, with that with just that new. And I feel like a lot of us just really need that right now. So and I just feel like a lot of you have been contemplating some things. So honestly, right now it's just that time to look within yourself and just make some decisions. So yeah, but yeah, so that's pretty much it, man. So does size matter? Yeah, it does matter. Within 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 a lot of different things. So, and whatever you're looking for, it's time to call that in. And it's really great to just write it down and to imagine it, and to just to really focus on it, whether that be, if you just want your kids to have a great school year, or a successful business, or if you need a business plan, or if you just need all kind of growth within your life in every area, and just you being radiant and happy and beautiful and at peace. That's what a lot of it really just comes down to. But yeah, so that's pretty much my spiel for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you guys want to, book your readings, buy, the candles, wax melts, the room sprays, anything like that, you can go to tjinspires.com, www.tjinspires.com. Also, soulofaman504.com, or just inbox me if you want to book a reading, anything like that. But as always, folks, I am out this piece. Peace. Let's see, we're gonna hit the dots. Bam. And yeah, man, we are out this thing.